You made it. Welcome to the table. You're just in time to make a dice roll.
For what? What kind of roll are we making?
We're trying to figure out how this system works, so we'll be making an investigation check. Want to do the honors?
Oh, sounds good. I have proficiency in that one. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Well, this should prove interesting, if not at least entertaining. Welcome to the Nat One Nerds podcast.
The dragon raises its head, lungs filling with fire as it looks upon your party. Roll for initiative.
Continue to experience your fun fantasy adventures with Rosemary PG Studios, an entertainment company dedicated to clean fantasy content.
Has your party not met in a while? Have you been craving a D&D adventure? Watch our live D&D campaign, The Harbingers, at rosemarypgstudios.com.
Or brush up on the rules of D&D 5th edition with our short DM and player tips videos.
Come quest with us for fun fantasy adventures at rosemarypgstudios.com.
Welcome to the table, everyone.
Hey guys, welcome back to Nat One Nerds. This is Brandon and Parker, and we got a couple guests with us.
Yes, it's a whole crew. I was gonna say,
It's the
the whole crew is here.
Yeah, Brandon and Afton have returned to Arizona once again, so we can all hang out again, which is really nice.
We like to come and visit once or twice a year. You know, we don't forget our friends back here. And we have a new guest, the newest member of the Nat One Nerds here. She's part of it now.
Yeah.
Me and Savannah also have our 3-week-old daughter with us, too. She's a hoot. We love her, so. Alright, but yeah, no, we're back together again, and we decided that instead of an actual play this year, we were going to do another gift recommendation episode. But not only a gift recommendation episode for all our fellow TTRPG people out there, but also some of our wishlist items that we're all kind of hoping to either get for Christmas or upcoming birthdays or whatever.
Basically, we're just going to be nerding out about all the fun stuff that, you know, is just available to people in the TTRPG space. Or just general nerds.
Yeah, so this episode is obviously primarily for the holidays and Christmas, but we figured it is also perfect for, as I said, birthdays or family things, or just things you just want to treat yourself with if you get that extra big paycheck.
Who's upcoming birthday, babe? Are you trying to hint at something?
Yes, especially for birthdays in March. It's not that far away.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about.
It is also Savannah's birthday coming up here this Sunday as of recording. Make sure to wish Savannah a happy birthday. Yeah, Savannah's birthday is Sunday. I got a birthday coming up in March. But anyway, as I said, this is going to be our 2025 TTRPG gift recommendation and wishlist episode. So, everybody ready to, as you said, nerd out about our things we want and things we think other people would like?
Of course.
Okay, heck yes. Alright, let's get into it. Let's go first.
I mean, I say we do it by category. Let's talk about, like, actual tabletop stuff first. What's some good tabletop things you get for your friends? What would you give your DM for a Christmas present?
A dice tower. I was going to say not dice player, you know that. No. But a dice tower.
Hold on.
See, you imply that there's such a thing as too much dice.
Yeah,
Or
there's no
enough
such
dice.
thing as too much dice. No.
Well, when you have space for the dice you already have.
Do you see how much empty space I have in my giant D20? My
Yes.
popcorn bucket's only like a quarter of the way full.
No, you don't understand. The solution is make more space.
Exactly.
Because that's the same solution with books. Make more space.
So obviously dice is a good one. I've been getting interesting with my dice taste. So I've noticed a bit of a progression. When I first started out, like Chess X was where it was at. Like, they're at every game shop. They're good, old-fashioned, sturdy, reliable dice. Anyone can use a good set of Chess X.
It's a good starter dice.
But then you start seeing the fancy stuff. You start looking into the nicer resin dice, getting them on Etsy. But lately, I've been on a kick for metal dice. And I don't know why, but they just feel so satisfying to just roll those chunkers into a nice padded dice tray and just feel the clunk on the table as you hit that nat 1 and then your heart sinks.
I didn't notice that the last time I played D&D in the group. You're constantly rolling that metal dice for your Dragon Ball Paladin.
That was what got me on it first, was my character in our last campaign, the gold Dragonborn Paladin. I got a nice set of beautiful golden dice for him. They were not actual gold, but we're not in that pack bracket, but they still look nice.
Not yet.
Someday. But of course, everyone has their own tastes. I mean, you guys have dice preferences?
I do. It's not necessarily a specific type of dice that I really like. It just depends on the creator for me. Like, I love handmade artisan dice.
Yes.
And it's amazing. My biggest problem right now is, number one, I'm poor. Number two is that all the dice makers that I'm actually kind of wanting to get dice from, if I had money, are overseas right now. And there's some
tariffs.
There's some tariff problems with that make it twice expensive. Like one dice maker I really like, he's called they're called Dice of the Seeker, and they're based in the UK. They had a freaking giveaway where all you had to do was pay for shipping, and then a parenthesis and anything else attached to it. And I was like, I can't even just like the post to like throw my name in here, because it's just one of those like, share, and comment type giveaways, which I won twice. I think I've won twice on Instagram with that, which is really weird. So I had a nickel for every time I won dice on Instagram. Which isn't weird, but it's weird to happen twice. So
I will say that learning how to make my own dice, I dabbled in it for a bit. It gave me such an appreciation for those people who make those artisan dice, because there's so much work that goes into it, between like picking the filling of the dice, like what are you putting in it, what are you mixing the resin with, and then the freaking curing process is such a pain in the butt. I can understand why they charge so much now. I used to balk the prices like $50 for a set of resin dice, and I'm like, it took 5 hours to do that dice probably, so you know what? It's fair.
Here's the thing though, the dice you give me a big old E20 chonker.
The death save die?
Yeah, that I labeled the death saving throw dice, and I literally still use it for all when I'm GMing. I use it for all my death saving throw. When people are like rolling, I'm like, here you go. Like I hand them the dice. I also like to start my sessions with like putting it right in front of the end screen.
Exactly.
Just to remind
warning of what could happen.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. What's really funny is that you did really good on it, but the one side didn't cure quite right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. It doesn't really affect the rolls, from what I can tell.
It's still balanced.
It's still balanced, but because it's not cured, it has like that grudged edge. It's on the 1. Because on the 20 side, it's kind of sparkly, so it's like, oh, light, you know?
Yeah.
But then on the nat 1 side, it's all like blood and stuff, and it kind of has that like blood boiling effect type thing that makes me think of. And I'm honestly, it's like, even though this wasn't done on purpose, it probably ended up better because it wasn't done right. And I freaking still love it. I keep it in my D&D bag. I freaking love that dice.
I need to get another chonker mold. I lost that one in the move. I mean, what about the girls? Do you have any dice preferences?
I like it when it has like stuff inside, like the glitter or best flowers.
Inclusion dice are cool. In case you can't tell, Afton is a druid main.
Always. I mean, I only have one set that I really play with, but I like liquid 4 dice.
Those are nice.
Those are cool.
Yeah, those are really cool.
So expensive. But yeah,
probably for good reason.
But the other thing that I said was the Dice Tower. I think that's the best gift I've ever got Parker. It's the Dice Tower.
Yes, that's honestly one of the best gifts you've ever gotten me. Because that was, I don't think we were married yet.
No.
It was.
No, yes we were.
Oh, were we married?
I think we were.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Because we met. Okay, yes. It would have been my first birthday right after we got married. We'd only been married for like 2 months. Yeah, 2 months essentially.
Yeah.
And the D&D group we were playing with at the time was super obsessed with 3D printing. And he got really big into it. Like, got bigger and bigger printers.
Yeah, because he had like 2 or 3 different printers, and he would print the dice towers, and he had like 2 or 3 that he'd set out on the table for every session. And Parker took to one specific dice tower, and so I surprised him and like essentially bought it off of our friend for his birthday. And we were going to leave the session, and I was like, "Here, don't forget this." And he's like, "Really?"
I still have the picture.
Yeah.
I have like this gaping like she captured it like it got captured right there.
Yeah.
It was such a smooth way to give a gift too.
Yeah.
Just right after the like
Well,
no, why aren't you taking your dice tower with you? I'm like, ooh,
This is mine?
Because every time before that, he would
Master has given Dobby a tower.
He always mentioned, "Oh, this is so cool to have. Like, I like this color."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I talked to her again.
I need to get Rosie a dice tower. Our 3-year-old is so intent on playing D&D with us. She has no idea what numbers are, doesn't know how to play. She just thinks rolling the dice is so cool. But as 3-year-olds do, she's super enthusiastic with throwing the dice. But if she had a tower, she'd just roll it down the tower.
no. So our son, he's like not only obsessed with letters, but now he's obsessed with numbers.
Like,
And he
count
can
1 to
identify.
10.
He can count 1 to 10. You throw, and here's the thing, you can do it out of order. You throw up 2 fingers, he'll say 2. You throw up 5,
So, like,
he'll say
he knows
5.
what they mean.
He actually kind of knows what they mean, 1 to 10.
So get them to 20, get a dice set. You can count a d20.
I know. I was thinking about that big squishy pink one you found the other day at was a Target or something. You were tempted to buy it.
Yeah.
Now I'm tempted to buy it, but we did buy gifts already. So
I mean,
his birthday in January. Yeah,
There we go.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah,
okay.
no, that's, I think as far as like dice go, I would say if you feel like they have too many dice, give them like a dice tower.
Dice carrying implements are always cool too. Like I've seen those ones where it's like a sword that has dice inserts inside. Like it slide it open as like all little slots. Those are so cool.
You know what I think would be kind of a fun way to carry dice into a session is like we'll have like an alchemist type belt and just have like vials of like dice ready to go. It's like, I think it'd be fun.
Have your potion dice. Just
Yeah,
whip
potion
it out.
It'd be really fun for Renfer too.
Okay, so this isn't a physical product that I've seen, but it's one I have in my head.
Oh, don't
Be
share it. Then someone will
So
take it.
cool would be to have like a DM backpack that has like the front of it can fold. You know what? Be quiet. I want to tell it. So it'd be so cool to have like a backpack where it has like a front pocket that like unzips and has like just a fold out battle mat right there, and then that backside of the backpack would just fold out into a DM screen, and you just have like a mobile TTRPG station.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool. I want to make one someday.
that'd be pretty cool. So dice are always a good option if you are really utterly convinced for some reason that they have too many dice,
Impossible.
which is impossible. Agreed.
Or
Dice
if you're the spouse and
accessories.
don't want to add to the dice collection.
Dice accessories. Dice towers, dice jail, backpacks, all that fun stuff. So, alright.
Now, outside of the table, there's also all sorts of things that are so much fun for nerds to have. Like, me personally, I would never say no to a cool sword. Like,
No.
hang them on the wall, use them as decorations, use them to mess around with the kids with. I have a, like, fencing foil that I got for Halloween costume, like, 15 years ago, that I still keep in my closet, and it has, like, the little rubber tip on it and everything, so it's not even dangerous. Our 3-year-old loves to just run around with it and poke people in the butt, and it's so fun. So swords can be kid-friendly, too.
With supervision.
With supervision.
With parental
I want your
supervision.
daughter to go around and saying smite and then poking people in the butt with it.
Okay, she's been weirdly obsessed with things dying lately. I don't know where it's coming from, but, like, we were playing with these, like, unicorns the other morning, and like we're just playing, and all of a sudden she just like takes one of my unicorns and just like flips it over, and she's like, "Oh no, your mom died." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay, what do I do?" And she's like, "She's dead. Oh well." So I don't know what's going on with that, but you know.
Nobody in our family has died, mind you. This is all in her imagination. She really doesn't understand the concept of death yet.
I think it's because occasionally she sees like video games and shows, and like someone will die, but I don't think she knows what it really means.
She would be that kid that her D&D character dies and she just writes Junior next to the name.
Oh, totally.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No, but I think outside of dice, like, I think there are a couple, like, good, like, tabletop role-playing games that at least you and I have talked about
Yes, systems.
that are good, or that we've wanted to get.
It's not only the reason we started this whole podcast in the first place so that we can try all these cool TTRPG systems or anything like that.
No big deal.
But no, so Savannah, well, okay, this was kind of an impulse purchase. But I don't think Savannah's mad at me about it, thankfully.
No.
Okay, cool. No, she supports my impulse purchases. Yay.
Well, and we kind of talked about this one in the last episode we did, but we haven't been super diligent about playing it, so we're still kind of working through the kinks.
But I think we've gone far enough into the system to say that it's really fun.
Yeah.
That I really do like it.
I like the concept.
Yeah.
It's just so we're talking about the Shadow of Glory. I think we kind of mentioned it, but it's essentially it's a letter writing game between two people. Somebody's a hero and somebody's a villain. And you can basically write each other back and forth in whatever capacity you pick. So you could text or whatever. We're doing email, but we kind of got lost in life. And it's
and
been
holidays, honestly.
It's just a busy time of year.
It is.
Well, yeah, but we started it as kind of like an outlet because we were going through some really hard stuff when we started it. But we haven't played it since. But it's a really cool idea, and it's got its own setup and its own but it uses a deck of cards. So
Yeah, it doesn't use. No, it doesn't. Does it use?
No, I don't.
No, it doesn't use dice. No, it's a diceless game, but it uses a deck of playing cards that help you with
creating
because
the character,
creating the character, kind of
events in the
events
game
that,
itself.
yeah, events that are happening in the world where your hero and villain are living in. But as you're writing letters, you also, for your turn, you not only just write a letter in response, you draw one or two cards to give you a couple prompts to put into that letter, oh, your character had this kind of tender moment or had this bad experience since last writing a letter.
Yeah.
And so you can talk about that, or you use that to help argue points or whatever. And so, because me and Savannah had a lot of fun building the world, honestly. I remember doing the whole setup. That was actually really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Savannah said, it's called In the Shadow of Glory. It is published by the Ravens Ridge Emporium, based in Australia.
Ooh, fancy.
And I can tell you right now, they have amazing customer service. Because I bought it right as a terrorist took effect. And it was taking a long time, and they just were very communicative. They started to give options because they realized that this just sucked for everybody. They really did it, and honestly, I ended up choosing just to wait, and they did eventually get it to me. So, amazing customer service. But we definitely not only recommend that product, but they have other TTRPG stuff too that I think that we've also bought that we haven't explored yet, so we're not going to go into it too much, but they do look really fun too. That's one recommendation me and Savannah have, besides, fun dice and stuff like that.
I mean, honestly, any of the other systems that we've talked about, like Fate Accelerated, Call of Cthulhu, any of those books to help you be able to expand your repertoire would be great gifts for anybody who, wants to get into those things. Mm-hmm. So, this is the perfect opportunity. If you heard a system on here that you really liked and want to introduce your friend to it, get them a book from it and be like, oh, hey, look, now we can play.
Because we would definitely recommend the Librarian's Apprentice too. That's a little journaling game. So if you want to learn more about that one, head back to our previous episode where we taught me and Savannah talk in depth about that one. It's also a really fun game too.
Or the Roll for Two
Ooh,
from Fights and Fancy.
Yeah.
That one's
really
another
fun.
one that we've enjoyed too.
yeah, that's a really fun one too.
But if you want to get your whole family to play, you wouldn't call it. It's not like a TTRPG.
It's
more
an
like a
RPG. It's an RPG game. Yeah.
Because we've played it with our family, and it's been fun because we have us, the nerds, and then the non-nerds. So we got a game called Oh Captain, My Captain. Super fun. And actually our entire family had a really good time playing it. And like our non-nerd parents have actually asked to play it since then.
Yeah, they've been asking us to bring it back to try it out.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, well,
it is because it's something it's primarily my parents and sister. They've never my sister plays D&D now, but my parents, it's very foreign to them, the whole idea of like just role playing in general. But they really liked it because essentially the basic premise of the game is that you essentially are a part of a ship. And the game revolves around your history and relationship with the captain of that ship as you go ashore to go find treasure. So it's kind of a little unconventional in the sense that it's kind of a really niche focus, but it's really fun because as you go around, you kind of draw. It's a giant deck of cards, and you draw cards. Some are character cards. Some are, I think.
Prompts or questions.
Prompts, questions, or events
but
that
you
happen
just build on the
that
story.
you just essentially build on. You just kind of go in a circle
Yeah.
essentially and just kind of build off the relationship. Because it's not only just your relationship, you can also add story elements to somebody else's relationship with the captain too, and throw kind of a potential monkey wrench or something really cool into the mix. So like it could turn into a really fun time.
Sounds like a really cool collaborative storytelling game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and it's a really great game too. Not only is it perfect for TTRPG players or RPG players, but as we said, it's perfect for people that may not be into that stuff, but it's a nice bridge between those two worlds. But it's also a great game to where if you're like D&D group or other TTRPG group, you need a break, because a lot of people talk about having just a basic game night thrown in the mix. That way your friendships aren't just based off the game, you're actually socializing more like outside the game. This would be a really great game to do, honestly. Because it's still RPG, is something everybody still has in common.
It's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway drug that helps build creativity further, honestly. And it just encourages that role play. The guy who created this game, Oh Captain, My Captain, his name is James D'Amato, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's actually most well known for creating a book series called The Ultimate RPG Guide, which I would also recommend. It's a really good series.
Oh yeah.
I read the first book and it was really good. And it's not, obviously D&D is a staple and foundational thing for most people in the TTRPG space, so you kind of see elements of that. But really, it's a system agnostic game to help TTRPG players in general. So,
I mean, building on your role-playing skills is something that's huge that honestly I think a lot of people take for granted in the role-playing space.
mm-hmm.
It's like the vast majority of the purpose of these games is to role-play together. It's not just to have fun building characters and play mechanical games. You're also making a story. And I feel like sometimes people neglect stretching those storytelling muscles.
And I think on the topic of like books that are good for like people that play TTRPGs or RPGs, I can't remember who gave it to me. I think it might have been you, but somebody gave me a book that kind of ties D&D with like parenting and like puts them together. I haven't read the whole thing, but what I remember reading, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I could see how you could use that, because we're talking about, like, telling stories, and I feel like we tell stories to our kids all the time.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I feel sometimes like getting up in the morning is just like running into a cave full of angry goblins in the morning.
Goodness. There's some
hungry, tired goblins.
I was gonna say some fire-breathing dragons.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so Savannah's talking about a book called How to Dungeon Master Parenting, a guidebook for gamifying the child-rearing quest, living up your skills, and raising future adventurers. And it's by a woman named Shelley Mazanoble, who actually works for Wizards of the Coast.
Interesting.
And she was one of the hosts for the apparently now discontinued Dungeons and Dragons official podcast, Dragon Talk.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually published a few books. I've read one of hers called Welcome to Dragon Talk, which is a book where it kind of summarizes their experience and like some of the more notable guests that they've had on. I didn't recognize most of those people, honestly, but it was still really cool to read it. It was a fun little read. Nothing too crazy. Still a worthwhile read, but if you're looking to like specifically up your storytelling skills or specifically do this, it may or may not be the best book for that. But each their own. Still a good book. Yeah,
that's another one that I think would be a good idea for like an out of the box gift. Mine would be like, I don't really have any like games because I don't have time for that. But one thing that I've noticed that I like is kind of slowly weaving it into my daily, what I wear, what I do, kind of a thing. There's like hair pieces that I found that are like woodsy or have a sword. You like stick a sword in your hair, but it's like not sharp and not going to cut your hair or anything like that. But I like a website called Holy Clothing. They have some really good like Renaissance pieces that if some of them you can like tailor down and kind of wear every day to like church or to a nice event kind of a thing. And it's very like Renaissance medievally, but not overpowering enough. So it's fun. Different things like that.
It's like subtle medieval.
Yes, very subtle. This is kind of part of who I am.
This is also how I like my nerd ties. Is like the subtle nerd. Like I have some that are like Star Wars, where it's like the rebel symbol and the Imperial symbol, but from far away just look like polka dot tie.
Oh,
and then you get kind of close up, and you're like, "Oh, that's cool." It's just kind of this classy, subtle.
Or cloaks. Cloaks are a really fun thing.
Yeah, this isn't The Incredibles. We strongly encourage capes.
I strongly encourage cloaks. I love my cloak.
And now that After and I live somewhere that actually gets cold in the winter, because Arizona winters are like spring for normal people.
Yeah.
Having a nice warm cloak is actually really nice. They keep the wind off you, the rain, like it's nice.
I don't think I've worn my cloak in like 3 years. It's been hanging in the closet. It's never cold enough.
That's what happens when you live in Arizona.
The salesman at Rector was very good to see.
Well, maybe he didn't live here, so he didn't know what
I spent
it was
way
like.
too much money on that cloak.
That's okay. I made mine with my mom, and I haven't worn it until we moved.
Okay, but to be fair, I understand their prices. I looked into making my own cloak once, and the materials alone started running into like the hundreds of dollars, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm not even trying to make anything that crazy. So I get it. They're pricey because like materials are just crazy these days.
And even then, you don't use all of them.
All right. Well, I think those are some of our recommendations. Let's see if I remember right. We were talking about cloaks, some nerdy clothing accessories, especially the subtle kinds, which I'm on board with that very much. We also talked about How to Dungeon Master Parenting by Shelley Mazanoble. We talked about dice accessories, including dice towers, dice jails are always a great option. We also talked about In the Shadow of Glory, published by the Ravens Ridge Emporium in Australia. You should check them out. Oh, yeah. And Oh Captain, My Captain by James de Amato, which is a RPG card game that is perfect for just a regular game night as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are good.
Yeah, I think those are the bigger ones that we recommend. So
And with a lot of these like materials and peripherals and stuff, I personally always recommend looking for like local or smaller creators and supporting your fellow nerds. Because that's one of the things I love most about the TTRPG community is just how close-knit everyone is and how everyone just supports each other and likes to build.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can go out and buy, like, the commercial stuff on Amazon, and that's cool. You get your stuff, and I'm sure someone's appreciating the support. But it's so nice to go find somebody that handmade those dice or made that tower themselves
Or created that system themselves.
Yeah, created that system themselves. They spent the time and effort to write that for you to enjoy. And just go support them.
Yeah.
This is the best time of year to be able to do stuff like that.
Totally, and I find that there's a lot of people who make those subtle like clothing pieces on like Etsy or smaller stores that you can look them at.
Absolutely.
It's harder to find them on Amazon, but Etsy has a lot. Etsy's great.
Yep.
So we wish you the best of luck this holiday season with finding what you want to get for your fellow nerds, or even just finding stuff for yourself.
Which actually leads me to my next question. Is there any wish list items that we're kind of hoping to get either for the holidays or maybe an upcoming birthday type thing?
I will always wish for more dice.
Hence the passionate plea for more dice at the beginning. More dice.
Like I said, I got the big D20 popcorn bucket from the D&D movie, and I use that as my dice container, and it is woefully empty. So I always need more dice.
Really empty.
It's only like a quarter of the way full.
It's like halfway full.
Not even close.
Hey, you can't fill that thing all the way, or else dice will be falling out every single time it's open.
I mean, I won't lie. I have some nerdy shirts on my Amazon wish list, stuff from like Star Wars and like Lord of the Rings and stuff that I think would be fun. But I also won't. I play Lorcana. I'm a big. It's like Magic the Gathering, but for Disney nerds. I won't ever say no to like a new deck of cards for that.
Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty fun too. Honestly, I love because they'll put obscure characters like they have like Treasure Planet stuff.
Well, and
Atlantis
also
stuff,
Magic is
like,
just intimidating for me.
Well,
but,
with
like,
all their collabs they've been doing lately, it's getting so crazy.
Honestly, it's kind of getting out of hand, my collabs. Although I will personally say that I would love more Magic cards so that I can build like a Gondor themed Magic deck. I think that would be kind of fun. As a Lord of the Ring Tolkien fanatic, I need at least one Lord of the Ring. Because if they're gonna have Lord of the Ring themed cards, I will buy enough to make a deck. So that's all I want. That's it. Well, I will say that there are I have a lot of stuff on my wish
I was
list.
like, all right, Parker, ready, set, go.
Alright, you get like 1 minute.
Legos,
Or
Magic.
else we'd be here all night.
Well, I'll keep it more TTRPG related.
In my head, I'm just thinking like Wacko's song with the states from Animaniacs, but just like with D&D stuff.
Yeah.
We got dice in the towers and books in the books.
No, so recently there's a TTRPG system that recently dropped that I really want now. It's Brandon Sanderson's TTRPG system came out, the Cosmere TTRPG. I want it so bad.
So if any of you guys have played that system, drop into our DMs and let us know what you think of it, because we are dying to know. And if we get enough excitement about it, maybe we'll have to get it and run it on the podcast.
I actually know some other content creators that are doing it on their YouTube channel, and they're already having way too much fun about it.
Perfect, hit them up.
Yeah, seriously, I probably will. I have that, and then I want to give a shout out to a previous guest that we actually had on here before. Remember Robert Walker?
Yeah.
He was on our psychology-themed episode a little bit ago. He has a couple books on Amazon that you can support him that way. You can also support him through his personal website, which is, I think it's based off his podcast, which is the Dungeons, Dragons, and Psychology podcast.
Yeah.
You can look that up and order it from there particularly. But he has 2 books on there. One he's had for a while, called Session Zero, the DMG guide on how to be better. Which I've read a few pages of that one, and it's really good. But the one I'm really excited is his newest one, because he did a whole mini-series on his podcast about this topic, was essentially leveling up in real life. So
gamifying real life progress.
So essentially what it's the player's handbook for real life, level up your life with D&D inspired self-improvement by Robert Walker.
So can you multi-class in that book?
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
Yeah, he makes it super realistic. He's like, everybody's not going to fit in just one freaking class. It's like every D&D character is not going to fit perfectly in one class. And so he talks about it. He has a whole series. So if you're not entirely sure, if this slightly intrigues you, you can check out his podcast, check out those episodes. They probably aren't too hard to search for in his queue. Check those out, listen to a few episodes, and if you like him, go support him. He totally deserves it. He's a really good dude. We freaking loved having him. We really should have him back on again, honestly. I kind of want to talk to him about this topic, honestly. I think it'd be really fun.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, he was awesome. So that's a book I have on my wish list too. Is I really would love to sit and read it because, as you all know, I like physical books because when I read nonfiction, I like to have a pencil in hand and I will mark my nonfiction books. I'll write notes. I'll underline stuff. It's just how I process information. So, yeah. Thanks for recognizing that. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
I mean, you're definitely more of a physical book person. I'm always more digital. Yeah. So we've got our avenues.
Yeah. Those are some of our some gift recommendations that we just personally have experienced and tried out, and then just a couple other little wish list items just to kind of round out the list. I think a little bit more and whatnot. So, but hopefully this will help with last minute shoppers. But as we said, hopefully this will help for in the upcoming year for birthdays and other celebrations,
or just give your local Dice Goblin a present because you feel like it. You don't need an occasion.
Yep. Nope. You don't always need an occasion, or to treat yourself. But anyway, guys.
But be financially responsible.
Yes.
Be a responsible Dice Goblin.
That's really hard. I feel like that's a tank stat for Dice Goblins. Is their either it's their tank stat or it's their high stat of
restraint.
Yeah, if it's restraint, it's their tank stats. Or if it's impulse, it's a really high stats. So, anyway.
I think that'll probably fall under wisdom.
Probably, yeah. Probably. But, anyway. But, we're Dice Goblins ourselves, so we get it. But, anyway, thanks guys for joining us. If you like what you heard, or honestly, guys, if you have recommendations for us to try out in the upcoming year, TTRPG systems, TTRPG products. I know we haven't done a whole lot of episodes where we actually talk about specific TTRPG items or products per se, but we are reading, we are doing stuff, and so I can easily see a couple happening in the near future. So, but you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, particularly in that order. We're most active on Instagram, then Facebook, and then we have a Thread account that
we dabble on Threads.
We dabble on Threads, yes. Or you can email us at nat1nerdspodcast@gmail.com. So, and our daughter wishes to also say hi. Anyway, thanks guys for joining us, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Adios.
Happy rolling.